Did you guys hear on the news?
No, what happened?
This girl, she died in a car crash.
How?
She was texting and driving. Like, she came home, she was coming home from college. She was just like texting and driving. It was stupid.
Well, maybe now future people and her parents and family might learn not to text and drive.
Yeah. I can't find my name. You guys want to go?
Yeah.
Here's some of our enforcement strategies that we used. The most successful strategy that we used was the roadside watching. We simply placed police officers on the side of the road to watch traffic. And I have a quote at the bottom of my side about Owen Felton, who was a writer in the 1600s. He said it back then, and I'm saying it today, that usually the best results come from doing the simplest of things. We just stood on the side of the road in our police cars and watched driver behavior. We also used mobile patrol, which was having police officers blend in with traffic. We didn't find that nearly as successful. And then we also used checkpoints, where we would employ a spotter, and we would radio ahead, and the cars would stop. And we didn't find that to be too much success, not as much success as the roadside watching. We also would employ a strategy we called looking down from on high, which is where we would find roadways that had embankments nearby, where we could sit up on top and look down in the passengers' cars to see what they were doing. Because it was very easy to see driver behavior, to see them looking down, but it was difficult to see what they were looking down at. So when we put our patrol vehicles up high and looked down on traffic, we could very much easily see into the passenger compartments of their cars, which also leads to the enforcement vehicles. We found enforcement vehicles, our enforcement vehicle of choice would be an SUV, because it sat up a little higher than traffic when we were able to look down on people's car.
Do you see people text and drive?
Yes.
Do you think it's safe?
No.
How do you feel when someone texts and drives?
I feel like I'm gonna die any second.
Have you ever been or seen an accident where someone has been texting and driving?
Yes, I've been in one.
Have you seen any?
No.
Okay. What other incidents have there been? Have you seen where someone is distracted by what they're doing in their car?
I've seen somebody reading a book, and I've seen somebody putting in eye drops.
So I just wanted to ask you, do you text and drive?
I do.
Do you think that it is safe?
No.
Would you recommend your kids doing it?
No.
Why?
Why do I text and drive?
Well, why do you text and drive, and why would you not recommend it to your kids?
Because they should keep their eyes on the road, and I do it when I'm usually at stoplights because I think it's safer, but it's not.
How many people do you think die in a year from distracted driving accidents?
I don't know, 500,000? Something crazy.
17,000 are killed and about 200,000 are injured.
Do you text and drive?
No,
Do you think it's safe?
absolutely not.
Why?
I think it's hard enough to drive and watch out for other cars and be a good defensive driver if you're distracted. And I think when people are texting and driving, they're very distracted.
Have you seen or been in an accident where the person was texting?
No, not that I know of. But I have seen cars swerving or doing something erratic, and when I get up next to them or I try to pass them to get away from them, notice that the driver is texting.
How do you feel when someone texts and drives?
Mad. Makes me so mad. I get really angry.
What other things have you seen people doing while they were driving?
I have seen people putting on makeup. I've seen people shaving. I've seen people eating huge sandwiches in their car when they should be driving. I've seen people with their pets up on their lap, sitting up on the steering wheel or up on their shoulder, all of it just infuriates me.
The day before graduation, my daughter drove to go meet a boy, and she never made it.
He was texting her to tell her directions of where she needed to go.
And I guess she just looked away for too long.
Today, she would have been 19 years old, exactly.
I was on my way home. I had my girlfriend in the car, and I'm just reading a text message, responding. And the next second, I look up, and I see a bicyclist crashing the windshield.
This is my sister. She was looking at my message that I had just sent her. When she looked up, her truck flipped. She was actually ejected through the driver's side door, and she landed in the ditch. People will tell you over and over again, it's not your fault. But knowing that you were the person that she was talking to when she was killed, if I could talk to her one last time, I would just say, I'm sorry.
It's a simple text message. Where are you at? 3 simple words.
I sent one stupid, meaningless text and killed a man.
4 little letters. That's what killed her.
What are you willing to risk to send that text message?
More people die in texting and driving accidents than in murders.
If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on.